There's an almost poetic quality to ignoring them, not the passive kind, but the kind that speaks louder than their words ever could. This deliberate act of ignoring is where your true power lies. Yet, you might not realize this, as you're too occupied with their noise, their chaos, their endless symphony of lies and feigned smiles. Do you think they care? They don't. They never have. Their drama is their stage, and they'll cast you as the villain in their narrative just to keep the spotlight on themselves. That's their game, their means of survival. But what about you? What do you gain by participating in their chaos? What's your reward for losing yourself in their turmoil? Nothing. That's the truth. The world is a peculiar place. It urges you to care, to empathize, to be there for everyone. But the moment you do, the moment you lower your defenses, they'll tear you apart and deem it justified. They'll blame you for being too trusting, too soft. Do you think they'll apologize? They won't. They'll move on, find another target, and leave you wounded in the dirt, still wondering what you did wrong. But here's the reality. It's not about what you did wrong. It's about who you are, your peace, your sanity, your strength. They despise these qualities because they remind them of what they'll never possess, so they'll drag you down, immerse you in their chaos, because that's easier than mending their own broken pieces. Consider this. Imagine a river, calm and steady. That's you. Now picture someone standing on the bank, hurling stones into the water. Why? Because they can't stand the stillness. They can't bear to see something undisturbed by their presence. So they throw stone after stone, hoping to create ripples, to see chaos where there was peace. That's what they're doing to you. Every insult, every lie, every piece of drama they concoct, it's a stone. And every time you react, every time you let it affect you, you grant them what they desire. You allow them to transform your peace into their chaos. But here's the twist. You don't have to let them. You can stand firm, let them throw their stones, and remain unbothered. You can choose to let their chaos pass through you as if it never existed. That, my friend, is true strength, and it terrifies them the most. I understand. It's challenging, isn't it, to walk away, to ignore their drama, to prioritize yourself for once. They'll label you selfish, heartless, arrogant. They'll attempt to guilt trip you, manipulate you, make you feel like the antagonist. But consider this. What's the alternative? To continue playing their game, allowing them to control your every move, letting their chaos become your life? That's not living. That's merely surviving. And you deserve more than that. Here's a little secret. Peace is the most valuable possession you'll ever own. It's worth more than their approval, more than their love, more than their acceptance. It's priceless, and the moment you allow someone to take it from you, you've lost everything. They'll try to convince you otherwise. They'll claim that peace is dull, that chaos is what makes life exciting. Don't fall for it. Chaos isn't excitement, it's destruction. It's a slow, painful demise disguised as fun, and those who thrive on it, they're already dead inside. Ignore them. Ignore their drama, their lies, their manipulations. Walk away, not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to choose peace over chaos. Let them talk. Let them judge. Let them throw their stones. None of it matters, not when you have your peace, your sanity, your life. And when they realize they can't touch you, that their chaos holds no power over you, they'll crumble under the weight of their own misery. And you'll be free. Stop listening to their noise. Stop allowing their chaos to dictate your life. Choose peace. Choose yourself. because at the end of the day, your peace is worth more than all their drama combined. Remember, my friend, they can only take what you give them, so don't give them anything. Not your peace, not your time, not your soul. Let them drown in their chaos. You have a life to live. Here's something they don't tell you. Drama isn't just noise, it's a weapon. A beautifully twisted weapon they've perfected over time. Every whisper, every insult, every backhanded compliment is aimed straight at your soul. And if you're not careful, it'll cut deeper than any blade ever could. But you don't have to let it. You can disarm them before they even get close. How? By doing nothing. That's right. Nothing. Don't react. Don't engage. Don't even flinch. Let their chaos pass through you like smoke. Because here's the thing about smoke. It looks dangerous, feels suffocating, but it's nothing. It disappears the moment you stop giving it attention. But you won't, will you? You'll argue, defend yourself, try to explain your side, thinking that if they just understood, they'd stop. Newsflash, they don't want to understand. They want control. And every word you say, every second you spend trying to reason with them, gives them exactly that. Let me share a story. There was this guy I knew, let's call him Jack. Jack was the kind of person who wanted to fix everything, help everyone. He thought he could save people from their own darkness. But the more he gave, the more they took. They drained him, broke him, until there was nothing left of the Jack I once knew. One day, he snapped. He finally realized that no matter how much he gave, it would never be enough. So he walked away, left everything behind. And you know what happened? The same people who once loved him, who called him their savior, turned on him. They labeled him selfish, cruel, a monster. But Jack, he didn't care. For the first time in his life, he chose himself. He chose peace. And those people, they moved on, found someone else to drain. That's the thing about chaos. It's always searching for its next victim. So, what's it gonna be? Will you continue being their Jack, their savior, their punching bag, or will you become something more? Someone who values their peace over their approval. You think it's selfish? Good. Be selfish. Be unapologetically selfish. Because the people who love you, the ones who truly care, won't see it as selfishness. They'll see it as strength. And the rest, well, they don't matter, do they? You've got this notion that you need to fix everything, that it's your responsibility to maintain the peace, to make everyone happy. But let me tell you something. You're not a fixer. You're not a peacemaker. You're a human being. And it's not your duty to carry their chaos on your shoulders. Here's a thought. What if you dropped it all? Just let it go. The drama, the expectations, the weight of their opinions. What if you walked away from it all? I know what you're thinking, but what if they hate me? They already do, my friend. Not hate in the way you think, but hate born from jealousy. They hate your light, your strength, your potential. That's why they strive so hard to dim it. Let them hate. It doesn't mean you're weak or afraid or incapable. It means you're wise enough to recognize when a battle isn't worth it. It means you're courageous enough to choose tranquility over turmoil, even when it's the more difficult path. And don't for a moment believe that choosing peace makes you dull or fragile. Absolutely not. Peace is the most formidable force you can possess, because when you are at peace, nothing can shake you. Not their words, not their actions, not their chaos. You become untouchable, unbreakable. You have one life, my friend, one opportunity to make it count. Are you truly going to squander it on people who wouldn't even flinch if you vanished? Are you really going to allow their drama, their disorder, their noise to shape you? Or will you rise above it? Will you choose serenity, resilience, and freedom? The decision is yours, but understand this, it is a choice. And every day you delay, every day you permit their chaos to seep into your world, you are making that decision. So what's it going to be? Will you keep playing their game, letting them manipulate you, define you, shatter you? Or will you reclaim your power, your peace, your life? I sincerely hope you choose wisely, because once you do, there's no turning back. Once you experience true peace, true liberation, you'll never again settle for their disorder. Remember, they can only take what you allow them to take. So give them nothing and take everything. But let's delve even deeper. Let's confront what's really holding you back. I know it's not just them. It's not merely their drama. It's that voice inside your head, the one that keeps murmuring, "What if I'm wrong? What if I'm the issue?" That voice, it's their chaos, planted inside you. They've spent years nurturing it, feeding it, strengthening it with their lies, their deceit, their toxic words, and now it has grown into this monstrous entity that dwells in your mind. Rent-free, let me tell you something. That voice is a liar. It's not you, it's them. It's their insecurities, their fears, their failures, masquerading as your own thoughts. They've convinced you that you're the villain in their story, but here's the reality. They are the villains in yours. You were never the problem. The problem was that you cared too deeply, gave too much, trusted too freely, and they exploited that. They saw your kindness, your generosity, your heart, and they weaponized it against you. Because that's what people like them do. They take the finest parts of you and distort them into liabilities. And now here you are, picking up the broken pieces, wondering what you did wrong, when the real question is, why did you allow them close enough to harm you? I know, but they were my friends, my family, my people. That's the part that stings the most, doesn't it? The betrayal. The realization that the ones you trusted most were the ones who inflicted the deepest wounds. But let me ask you this. Are they truly your people if they treat you this way? Do friends, family, anyone who genuinely loves you bring chaos into your life? Or do they bring peace? Think about it. Really think about it. Because once you uncover the truth, you can't unsee it. Once you acknowledge that the people you've been clinging to are the very ones holding you back, everything shifts. And yes, it will hurt. Walking away always does. But what's more painful? Staying and allowing their chaos to consume you? Or leaving and finding peace, even if it means solitude for a while? Here's the thing about being alone. It's not the punishment they make it out to be. It's not some lurking monster under your bed. It's freedom, it's clarity, it's the opportunity to finally listen to your own thoughts, to rediscover who you are without their noise drowning you out. But they don't want you to realize that. No, they want you to believe that being alone is the worst possible fate. Why? Because as long as you fear it, as long as you cling to them out of desperation, they have control over you. But the moment you embrace solitude, the moment you understand that being alone is not the same as being lonely, that's when you become unstoppable. Because now they can't manipulate you with fear. Their chaos loses its grip. Think of fire. When a forest burns, it appears like utter devastation, chaos, destruction, nothing but ash and smoke. But what follows? Growth, renewal, strength? That fire eliminates the dead weight, clears away the debris, and makes space for something stronger. That's what you must do. Burn it all down. the drama, the toxicity, the poisonous relationships. Reduce it to ashes, and when the smoke settles, what remains will be the real you, the resilient, unshakable you. But here's the catch. You must strike the match. No one else will do it for you. No one else will rescue you. Because, let's be honest, most people don't want you to be saved. They prefer you drowning in their chaos. It makes them feel powerful, significant, in control. Take back that control. Ignite the flame. Burn it all down. And don't look back. I know it sounds harsh, I know it sounds ruthless, but life isn't a fairy tale, my friend. It's not a gentle story where everyone gets a happy ending. Life is messy, brutal, and often unfair. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you stop waiting for someone else to save you and start saving yourself. Because in the end, it all boils down to you, your decisions, your strength, your peace. Stop handing them your power. Stop allowing their chaos to define you. Stop living your life for people who wouldn't even notice if you disappeared. And if they call you selfish, good, wear it as a badge of honor. Because the truth is, being selfish isn't a flaw. It means you value yourself enough to prioritize your peace, your happiness, your life over their disorder. So, what will it be? Will you keep playing their game? Or will you finally choose yourself? The choice is yours, but make no mistake, once you choose peace, there's no going back. And trust me, my friend, that will be the best decision you ever make. Burn it all down and let them drown in the wreckage of their own chaos. But let's strip this down even further. You think this is just about them, don't you? Their lies, their manipulation, their turmoil? No. This is about you. About the chains you've let them wrap around your soul. Chains of guilt, of fear, of doubt. Chains you didn't even notice until you tried to move, to breathe, to live. And when you did, you realized the truth. You're trapped. Not by them. No, they merely handed you the chains. You're trapped by your own mind, your own need for approval, for acceptance, for belonging. But here's the reality. They never wanted you to belong. They wanted you to obey. They never loved you. They loved the version of you they could control, the shadow of yourself that didn't dare shine too brightly, because your light terrifies them. You have a choice. Remain in their chaos, their games, their web of lies, and live a life that isn't yours. Or step into the unknown, the silence, the freedom that's always been yours. And yes, it will hurt. Letting go always does. But pain is fleeting. Freedom is forever. So, what will you do? Stay trapped or break free? The answer is yours alone. Choose wisely, because once you wake up, there's no falling back asleep. And trust me, that is the greatest blessing of all.